All right, back with another edition of Backroads and Backstories. And with power players in country music, there's nobody bigger than Cole Swindell, man. We appreciate you stopping by today to be able to talk with us. First off, I got to start by saying congratulations to you and your Atlanta Braves, man. It's a hell of a season for you guys.
Yeah, it's not many like this one. So I wish I could have seen more of it. Being a new father, it's been tough to catch as many games as I'd like. But man, it's of course they're having a record season this year.
And are you getting into any of the World Cup going on? I feel like it's sort of stormed America this year.
That's enough. I've been, that's all I've ever been is a music and sports fan my whole life. But now, after becoming a husband and father, I've been a pretty crappy sports fan. I feel like I haven't. I catch highlights and headlines like the Knicks won the final. That's all I know, really. Just random things like that. But I think as I get the schedule down, I'll start diving back in. I've been out of the loop. I'm gonna be honest with you. So I need all the updates I can get in the sports world.
Do you think at some point when your daughter starts playing sports, or you hope your daughter starts playing sports, you want to be a coach?
Oh man, I hadn't really thought about that. I wonder. I grew up loving sports and playing all sports, so I'd like to think that she would be interested in that. But who knows? I know her mom would like her to be in dance and do all these things. So I don't know. I'm just excited to see what she's going to be interested in. And I don't know. I was never pushed to follow this or do that. So, hence I wound it up in music. I'd have never thought that growing up, and I just hope that, I can help her just chase whatever dream it is, no matter what it is. I don't know. I can't wait to see who she's going to be and what she's going to be into. But coaching, I don't know. Honestly, the way I feel now, being protective, I may want me coaching her than anybody else. So we'll see.
I don't know. I was thinking back, and we're going to talk about Girl Dad and the new song here in a minute, but I was thinking back to that video, and I don't necessarily know that I want to see you doing ballet or any sort of tap dancing in the video.
Yeah, that's that is so far from what this song calls for. But, you read that title, you think girl dad, all the things girl dads have to do or do because they love their daughters. I mean, that could have been what the song is, but we took it a different route.
All right, well, we're going to talk about that too. I want to start with, you're just such an amazing songwriter, and I was thinking back to, You Should Be Here, and it's the 10-year anniversary of that song, that album.
Yeah.
Now it's out on vinyl too. And when you do that song now, does it hit you a little bit differently?
Yeah, I think just through the years, I've always said that, like, I wonder, I'm looking out in the crowd, doesn't matter if it's a child or an adult, grown man, whatever, who are their tears for? And I've always been kind of scared because I know their moments aren't probably being on stage in front of thousands of people. It might not be the exact thing I was living. They were living the real life moments, the ones I was scared to death of. Honestly, the experiencing real life things without, your parents there, that's a little different than the career stuff. And I think, now becoming a husband, a father, I'm in the shoes of the people I've sang to for years, I feel like. And it just hits me even harder now knowing that's, I'm upset. My parents couldn't see a crowd I was in front of. They were upset because their parents couldn't see them getting engaged or getting married and doing real life things. And I think, maybe I put some of that stuff off because it was scary. But, I finally got to a place. I hope people can hear this song and not just know it's sad or emotional, that it's hopeful, that, man, you just, you never know how life's going to work out. You just got to keep living. And I hope that, if I can use my songs and my lyrics to make people feel that, or make people call somebody a little extra and tell them how much they love, whatever that may be, I think, that's the power of music. And that. That's, I've had the support of radio my entire career, and I don't know what I ever did to deserve that, but I know, I don't take it lightly, and I know that lyrics matter and songs matter. And I just think the older I've gotten and the more y'all have allowed me to kind of grow through my music, I'm just not as scared to put songs out that, I'm leaving something behind. And now I'm not just a singer-songwriter, I'm Rainey's dad, and that's what I want to be good at.
Man, you touch so many lives, though, with the power of your music and the power of your lyrics. Just even for me personally, I lost my father 20 years ago, and I listened to your song, and I take it to heart. And the only other one that's touched me that way, the script, those guys did a song called "If You Could See Me Now," and it's that sort of motivation where you look up to the sky and you hope that they're cheering for you and watching everything. And which brings us to talk about Girl Dad, and you do a lot of that in that song, and the video's powerful, the song is powerful, and it touches people when they hear the title. They may think of one thing, and it may not be that until they actually listen to the song, man. It's amazing. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Yeah, I talked to somebody earlier. They thought that the title, they were like, "Man, you should have put a comma in there or something," because this is not what I thought was coming. And that's just part of being a songwriter and just finding different ways to say things or express emotions. And for me, obviously I am a girl dad now, but this song is not really just about me being a girl dad. It's about me missing mine and telling him that I'm about to be one. That's there's so many lines I love in there, from "I hate the sound of my boots on this gravel," "I miss the dash in between those years." I think right off the bat that this isn't what you thought it was when you read the title, but you said something about a song that "If You Could See Me Now," that's one of my favorite lines in the song, in the chorus. And we almost named the song we almost didn't name it Girl Dad because I knew people were going to look at that title and be like, "Oh, God, what is this?" And there's a certain line that says, "I know you're looking down from up there, I believe it. I just wish I could see you see this." That's the most, I don't know if that's the most real lyric, because I think we don't talk about that enough. It's, you miss them. You wish they, they're looking down and watching over you. You hope they are. And, but man, you don't get to see their reaction. I think that's what, would prove to you they're proud and show you like, man, there's no doubt they would love this, but you not getting to see that reaction seems a little unfair, and I think that's what this song's about. And it might be titled Girl Dad, but this song isn't just for dads. It's not just for dads with daughters. It's for anybody that's going through anything in life that they wish they could just share with somebody. And even though if they know they're seeing it or not, we don't get to see them. And I think that's a unique way to just express how it feels, and going through not just losing somebody but missing somebody. And me, I hope they can look at my story and all I've been through and lost, and then to see where I have ended up the past 3 or 4 years, and know that, man, it's possible. Just keep living.
Just you talking about it, man, makes me tingle. It's it's powerful, man, and we're all so appreciative for the music that you put out. Following Girl Dad, I mean, what else is coming for this next project? I mean, how did you feel when you were in the studio writing? What kind of space are we at? I mean, God, married and dad now. Geez, that's a little different than the chilling it days, dude.
You think it's a lot different. This is not expected, really. We just put out an album last June, and it's just the way the world works and the way there's so much music getting put out. You just kind of, and for me, it just felt right. The last album, Spanish Malls, absolutely love it. Like it's so special to me, but there's a lot of that's more about kind of what I've been through to get here. It had Forever to Me on it. It had my wedding song, but I've lived a lot of life since the wedding, and now getting to share some of those moments. I think that's just looking back over my career and how good radio's been to me, and getting to share those things, from songs about chilling it that people don't even know what it means. You just want to roll down your windows, crank it up, to man, this song is something I'll carry with me the rest of my life. And I think, getting to look back, and not the awards or number ones or any of that, but knowing that my lyrics, I can finally see that a little clearer, that how much that means to me, that I'm using something I was given to help other people, not just to get recognition or, hey, look at, I have another number one song. This is literally just about, using something I was given and trying to help people. I think that's the only thing that's ever, and this as well as I do, there's nothing anybody can tell you after you lose your dad or anything that's going to make you feel better. But talking to people that have been there, like me and you, just looking at you, knowing we don't even have to talk about this, but I know exactly the feelings and those emotions, and being able to, I hope people listen to this song and that have never met me and be like, man, I feel like I know that dude. I feel like, for him to share that is and that means the world to me. I think that's why we're here, to help people, and that's usually what's helped me through it, is knowing that I'm not, taking something that I've been through and hiding it away. I'm sharing it, and it helps people, and in turn that helps me. It's just it's a crazy cycle, but it's man, it's just something that I don't take for granted.
Man, we appreciate you. Cole Swindell on Backroads and Backstories, brand new song, Girl Dad Out. We appreciate you taking time to hang with us today. Make sure you like the podcast below, and continued success to you, my friend, and we look forward to seeing what's next.
Thank you so much. We'll see you soon.